Ay, senor, you want taco? So Stinky has been accused of being a taco. Trump always chickens out. What'd I tell y'all? He and all of his bootlickers are chicken shits. They have to be. Because they can be no more brave than he is. And he's a punk. This is a punk. This is a punk that has picked on people smaller and weaker than him all of his life. And this year, this is too big for him. So what does he do? He blames everybody and runs off. And now they've dubbed him what I've been calling him for a long time, a chicken shit. That's right. So on Taco Thursday, I'm going to bring back a friend of mine, which you all are going to recognize from back in the day, to explain to you why they call Stinky Taco. Para bailar la bamba. Para bailar la bamba se necesita un Stinky. Roll it.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Stinky poops a taco. Roll it.
President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out.
Oh!
Terror threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
No, you chicken out.
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down
What are you talking about?
to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country and
Their country's always been open, you imbecile.
because I gave the European Union.
Why does this motherfucker look like he's constantly staring into an eclipse? Stinky, you're on the ropes. You just pooped yourself, didn't you? She called you a chicken shit.
A 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
And I said, okay, I'll give you till Janine.
You're gonna give them till Janine? Janine what, Stinky?
I asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want.
Dong! Go to the border. Taco Thursday!
And we have an end date of July 9th.
What does that mean? What does that even mean? What are you gonna do on July 9th? You ain't gonna do jack shit. You're pathetic. You ain't gonna do jack shit.
You call that chickening out?
Yeah, I do.
Don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Right there. He just tacoed right there. These people are pathetic, weak crybabies. It's what they are. He rolls like that. So does the rest of his idiot roach cabinet. Yeah, Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Another conspiracy Bongino pushed was the idea that Secret Service had denied a request from Trump for quote-unquote enhanced security just before the assassination attempt on Trump's life. Bongino claimed he had a direct source and alluded to a larger conspiracy.
No, he didn't. He's a fucking liar. This is a liar.
But listen to him now, responding to a question about whether there really was any conspiracy surrounding that assassination attempt. Are we going to be surprised?
Wait, stop. First of all, there was no assassination attempt. At least not as stinky. Nope.
Is it what you learned?
You know what, Maria? Cash is not kidding. We've been personally briefed extensively on every single detail, nugget, tendril of this case. In some of these cases, the there you're looking for is not there.
So there's no there, huh? No there, huh? Because that shit was staged. They killed a MAGA for the sake of getting Stinky a poll boost. That's right. Yeah. And they say that Stinky's done every crime except for murder. Yeah, no. He falls under that category too. You fucking prick. What? You finding out for real now that your buddy's a fucking murderer? That's right.
Oh, people, I get it. I understand. It's not there.
Yeah. You fucking parasite. Hey, why don't you go tell your fucking podcast fans that? Those fucking imbeciles. Those QAnon morons, you asshole.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
So now he has to keep his fans. So he has to create another idiot conspiracy. This is what your tax money goes to, right, Jen?
They also clearly know they have upset their audience, and their audience has told them that too. So yesterday, Dan Bongino announced the reopening of 3 cases, which have been regular targets of conspiracy theorists. The leak of the Dobbs draft decision overturning Roe v. Wade, the
Nobody gives a shit.
pipe bombs found in D.C. on January 6th,
Yeah, that was a bunch of January 6th imbeciles.
and the cocaine found in the White House.
That one falls under the category of who cares. Who cares? Why doesn't he do an investigation on all the fucking junk, all the pills that Stinky and them took? Yeah, when he was in the White House before.
July of 2023. Will there be any there? Probably not.
Nope.
But it might just keep their conspiracy theory loving base happy enough. At least for now.
Nobody gives a shit. Thank you, Jen, for that report.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Big girls. Don't cry.
I gave up everything for this. I mean,
You gave up everything to go sit at a fucking desk and get overpaid, huh? You fucking wuss.
you know, my wife is struggling.
What do you mean your wife is struggling?
I'm not a victim. I'm not Jim Comey. It's fine. I did this, and I'm proud I did it.
Hey, you're acting like a victim. Comey has never referred to himself as a victim, and he's never acted like a victim. No. What's your problem? What's your problem there, Toodles?
But if you think we're there for tea and crumpets, well, I mean, Cash is there all day.
Who said? Nobody said that you were there for tea and crumpets. You're there to fucking work. What? You're afraid of an honest day of work? Instead of fucking idiot podcast?
We share our offices are linked.
Who cares? Okay, and?
Turns on the faucet, I hear it.
Okay. And when his butt cannon fires, do you hear it before he flushes the toilet?
He's there he gets in like 6 o'clock in the morning. He
Ah! What a sacrifice.
doesn't leave till 7 at night.
Wow!
Like 7:30.
What? This guy say, what? What? We gotta be here at 4:30 at makeup.
In the morning, he uses the gym. I work out.
And you. What have I said about you? You goddamn buck dancer. Stymie, what do you think about this guy complaining about having to go to work?
My apartment. But I stare at these 4 walls all day in D.C., by myself, divorced from my wife. Not divorced, but I mean separated, divorced. And it's hard. I mean...
Yeah, feelings, nothing more than feelings. I don't give a fuck, and neither does anybody else, because your wife is cheating on you. Nobody gives a shit, okay, about that. And you're literally complaining about, because you say you sit at a desk and stare at the 4 walls all day? You know how many people would kill to have that job, you asshole?
we love each other, and it's hard to be apart.
But you're doing some great work. You're straight out at the FBI, you're moving buildings, there's a lot of shit.
Well, this is pathetic. This is a shit show.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
This is a punk. This is a wuss. This is a wuss. Listen to him.
Lifestyle change for me has been family-wise. I mean, we already went through this with my time in the Secret Service, but you know what?
Bro, you sat around in a suit and looked around in a bunch of aviator glasses. What the fuck?
When the president called and asked if I would take the job, you know, you can't tell your audience for years, go out and do stuff, talk is cheap. And
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, what about the Epstein files? Huh? What about Stinky's little conspiracy with his fake fucking assassination attempt? Huh? You're pathetic. This is a wet dream is what this is.
when the opportunity comes to do stuff, but I didn't mean me, you know, I meant you. It's kind of you're a fraud. I mean, you don't sound like a fraud.
That's you. That's you.
Are one. So it was a lot. It's been tough on the family. People.
Bro. All jobs are tough on the family. All jobs are tough on the family.
Ask me all the time, you know, do you like it? I say, no, I don't. But I didn't. The president asked me to do this to like it.
God damn, what a punk.
You know, you know what he likes going into an organization like that and having to change things and make big, bold changes. But, you know, I was at one of our facilities yesterday down in Winchester, and a woman who worked there, very nice. And, you know, I used to watch your show. I miss you. I said, you know, I miss me too. So, you know.
Miss me. I know you miss me. I know you miss me blind.
Part of you dies a little bit when you see all this stuff from behind the scenes.
I don't even.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Si, senor.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
You know me. You like and share if you want, but I'm going to ask you all one favor, if you can. I want y'all to spread this on the internet, this right here.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.